stupid, we would be able to do something.
Yeah, he does have several
Major
flaws. Yeah.
Major flaws.
Which is why a Crack in Time is always so wonderfully exciting to leave funnel, able to jump and shoot Ratchet and go play some Clank sections. Although some of those puzzles were really fun. I liked Clank much more in Crack in Time than I did in Tools.
On this one, all he does is hop around. He punches, he hops, and he avoids obstacles with his high LSD-induced friends. They fly.
Look at that little guy. That guy was just moonwalking in midair. That is not a real creature. That creature does not exist anywhere but in Clank's mind. There you saw a floating health crate.
Except on Kabalia. Physics don't work there.
Yeah. And then, for some reason, now they're standing. I don't really get Zoni. Their language is pretty cool, though. I forgot that there's one of the little audio things in the game that you can unlock talks about how they got the Zoni voice. It's like someone who had no audio talent and wanted to be in the game, something like that. Probably wasn't nearly that mean. I don't know how the lady who did the commentary phrased it, but that's
she was politically correct. We don't care.
That's what I got from it, was that the guy, I think it was a guy, either a guy or a girl, and whoever it was, they said, like, he didn't really fit with any of the parts they had, which obviously means that they had no vocal talent.
Alright. There's a speed boost, almost speed boost on my here. I don't think we used it, but I never completely understood it. I'll let Isaac talk about that one.
Yeah, that little part right there, the one that I'm jumping on right now, when it moves towards you, if you time a jump perfectly, then for a moment it's occupying the same space that you are. And if you're on the correct side of it, it'll like push you forward a little bit, and if you're on the wrong side, it'll push you back. And since it's so random, I decided not to go and include it. It only saves
less than a second.
Maybe a fourth of a second. I'd give it a fourth. That's being generous.
We're not very generous, so don't get used to it.
No, I'm the least generous person in the world. And here we wound these enemies. It's important to wound them because once you attack the little spout thing that pumps out the little penis that sticks out of the ground and pumps out these little guys. Once you attack it, then it starts pumping them out even once you've left. And that's important because when we come back, we want to find like a giant group of those guys hanging out so we can murder all of them at once.
Just having an orgy, waiting to be whipped.
And then we pick up their bolts. So here we're jumping across a gap, and as you can see, a lot of them have spawned, and we can kill them all with one really quick whip attack, which does in fact make that sound effect. Rewind it and listen closely. You can hear that actually was not...
Play it backwards, actually, and you can hear the effect.
Actually, if you play it backwards, you can hear the devil.
Really?
Yeah, he's singing Stairway to Heaven. And then we break apart these boxes, and look at how many bolts we got from that. Those boxes actually are probably not worth it, but the Raritanium definitely is. So it's good to go back there anyway. Talk to the ship. Aphelion. Aphelion is the ship's name. And then we fly away and get to do the Voron asteroid belt.
Oh boy. Prepare to move in a repetitive circular motion. These on-rail segments, I just have to say, are miserably predictable. They're not fun, in my opinion. They're not challenging. And they just take up your time. And when you're doing a speedrun, that really pisses you off.
The good part about this one is that it gets us lots of bolts. And, you know, there's no way to do it faster, so it's not like those bolts are costing us time. And we do need 35,000 by Mookout, which is the next segment. Hey, skill point. That one was intentional. You might have seen me...
Might as well get it.
Yeah, you might have seen me spinning there in the corner, because for some reason they think you need like 30 seconds of build-up time to understand that the analog stick moves the ship. I'm always a little offended with how clear games make the controls. And here you see the important part of all of these segments. Shooting the ships is only important in the first one. In Rockar and the Verdigras Black Hole, it doesn't matter if you shoot the ships. You know, it's just bolts that we don't actually need. It's good to shoot them, but unnecessary.
We have to get the Raritanium.
Yeah,
that's the key.
The Raritanium is the key here. So as you can see, I mean, I do destroy every Raritanium crate in the segment, and that's important because getting all the Raritanium that you can in this run for free is obviously beneficial. Upgrading your weapons is the difference between losing and winning.
Basically.
I wanted to say something more profound, but it really is that simple. I was really planning on locking onto those 5, then I just shot them all until there was just one left. So then, out of spite, I managed to lock onto him. And I destroy these both. Fly through the nanotech induction ring.
That doesn't exist. That's a horrible misuse of the word induction.
And nanotech. I don't know, nanotechnology could repair the ship. And it would happen fairly quickly. Not instantly, certainly, but...
But there's no induction.
Yeah, there's absolutely no induction.
Fake physics insult my intelligence.
If we got a wire and tied it around a Felion and then attached it to a grounded source, like one of these planets right there. That planet looks like a gas giant, but if it has ground somewhere underneath there, then we attach a wire to a Felion and then to the planet. And then maybe the ring could...
Well, we'd need a copper coil on a Felion, and then we'd need to pass alternating current through another copper coil near a Felion. Bingo, induction. Did I see copper? No. Did I see coils? No. I didn't see nanotech either, but I don't have nano eyes, so...
Yeah. I'm always curious why they refer to health as nanotech. I mean, just call it stamina or something. Gamers don't really...
Health!
Yeah, gamers don't really care if you're pretty blunt about the fact that this is your health. I mean, I'm all for immersion, you know, I enjoy playing games where all the numbers aren't right at your fingertips, but if you're going to show players a numeric value and have a little green bar, it's health. You can call it
we all know it.
You can call it whatever you want, but that is health right there. And here you can see, for some reason, they decided that the only way to make these segments less enjoyable was to make it completely on rails. Like
put you in control of Clank. Even though you're not directly in control of him, you see his ugly metal gay face on the screen.
Well, technically you see the back of his head, but...
Well, I have a mirror, so shut up. It's in the game, don't judge me.
Alrighty then. And then I go ahead and hit those guys. And you can see I'm actually still several hundred away from the 35,000 mark, but that's fine. There's a few bolts in Mukau that are pretty much impossible to miss. And those fill the quota for purchasing the Shard Reaper, which is probably the weapon that we use the most in all the run.
Someone was just shot, if you could hear that.
Yeah, that was kind of terrible.
Probably good.
Oh, you can probably hear this one still. And then here's the boss. The boss is a point where you can actually lose some time. So it's important to note that the only way that you can lose time in the boss encounters is
Here comes the circular motion!
Yeah, the missiles. You want to try and weave your shots in between the volleys of missiles, like I did just there. Because you don't want your shots to be hitting the missiles, because that's shots that aren't hitting the boss, I mean, pretty clear. And of course the other thing is that they all have these little weak spots which reveal themselves after you've already damaged them.
I'm not even going to comment on it.
Yeah, that one's just too easy. But this mining robot, I think Aphelion claimed it's some sort of pirate demolition vessel. I have no idea why they'd shoot it like a face. Anyway, there's this weak spot, and I do a pretty bad job of shooting it actually, but I hit it a significant portion of the time.
And you can see the rainbow aura coming off of it when you manage to hit it. It looks like it's doing something. I'm not sure if we ever actually figured out definitively if it adds extra damage, but...
Yeah, if you just watch their health bar, it's pretty clear that, I mean, as soon as you start firing at that thing, their health bar is just going to go away eventually. Or maybe it's like...
More circular motion going on, by the way.
And then finish off the eye, get all 3 skill points from this area. We already got, what's that, R2? For...
And a gold bolt.
For doing a barrel roll.
Use.
Yeah, get a gold bolt. Get to buy the snowman skin. It's only a good idea. That is time.
It makes you faster, except it doesn't.
Yeah. It's actually identical to something that makes you faster, except it makes you slower. Then here we save. You'll notice that occasionally I lag my save a little bit on the planet. That's not actually me. The menus in this game just lag.